My dear students, welcome to APG Pathshala. I am Dr. P. Suganya, belongs to the Department of Food Processing and Preservation Technology, Avinashalingam University. We have already discussed about principles of drying in the last session. In this lesson, let us see about selection and classification of dryers. Drying and dewatering impact the mechanical, sensory and nutritional properties of food products and can be used to create new functionalities. Dryer plays a vital role in drying and in dehydration of foods. Drying is a complex process which consists of multi-component moisture transport, changes of physical structure, change in quality, chemical and biological reactions. Also, heat transfer is coupled with mass transfer. Hence, many dryers are available for different types of food materials and hundreds of dryers are commercially available. Varieties of food materials are dried from few kilograms to many tons with a drying time ranges between seconds to days together. Let us see the objectives to understand the effect of drying and drying parameters on food materials, to study the classification of dryers and to study the challenges in selection and selection criteria of dryers used in food processing. When food industry is concerned, the food materials are classified as less hydrated agricultural products such as corn, rice, wheat, oilseeds, etc. for complementary drying for stabilization. Second one is intermediate hydratable agricultural commodities such as coffee, tea extracts, pasta, sausage, sugar, etc. for stabilization and conditioning. The third one is high hydrated agricultural products like fruits, vegetables, milk, medicinal leaves, meat, poultry products, egg products, etc. for weight reduction and shelf-life enhancement. Coming to the purpose of drying, the drying process reduces the moisture content of foods and water activity of food materials. Convert perishable food products to stable foods. Enhance the shelf life of food materials with less or nil energy consumption. Reduce the bulk volume and weight to ease the transportation and storage. Better solubility and reconstitution characteristics of powder foods like milk powder and juice powders. For good flowability of powders, now let's see about effect of drying on food materials during drying process. The structure of food materials are complex in nature. Different biological components in food bring different types of changes with respect to the drying temperature and preliminary unit operations before drying. The enormous changes occurs during drying of foods. Drying is a process where moisture and heat is transferred simultaneously. During drying, the food materials undergoes physical, chemical and biochemical changes due to many parameters like temperature, method of drying, relative humidity, etc. High drying temperature leads to a lot of physical changes in fruits and vegetables and in meat products. Water takes an important role in various biochemical reactions in food. A water molecule provides protons, hydroxide ions, hydrogen atom, oxygen atom and radicals. Hence, water may act as solvent, react and dispersing agent in food matrix. Common biochemical reactions found in food materials such as vitamin degradation, fat oxidation, denaturation of proteins, enzyme activity, pigment stability, flavor development, volatile loss, etc. are induced by higher temperature process. Moreover, dissolved species in food matrix are concentrated when moisture is removed during drying process. Hence, the reaction rate increases with temperature and reactant concentration. Therefore, with the simultaneous concentration of dissolved solutes and elevated temperature during drying, reaction between species can be accelerated and thus increases the destruction rate of nutritional value. Browning reaction is an important change occurs during drying process. Color is an important quality parameter for dried food products. The various chemical and biochemical reactions resulted in color development. Also, these reactions leading to browning can be grouped into enzymatic phenol oxidation and non-enzymatic browning. The enzymatic browning is often catalyzed by the enzymes polyphenol oxidase, where the phenolic constituents are oxidized to quinones in the enzymatic reaction and then further polymerized to melanodines. This brown pigment that has high molecular weight. On the other hand, non-enzymatic browning reaction, or referred to as Maillard reaction, ascorbic acid browning, lipid browning and pigment destruction also occurs. The deterioration rates of the non-enzymatic browning are closely related to temperature and water activity. In most cases, the discoloration rates increases with water activity and the processing temperature. The next change occurs in protein. Proteins or polypeptides. During drying, due to higher temperature, amino acid destruction and protein denaturation occurs. Heat treatments do not significantly affect amino acid profile of proteins but could change the protein digestibility through conformational changes in the protein structure. The digestibility of individual amino acid in protein could be affected in different ways during heating. The next one is vitamins. In drying process, a destruction process for both water-soluble and fat-soluble vitamins occurs. The water-soluble vitamins is the most liable component among all the vitamins contained in foods. Since ascorbic acid is soluble in water, it is readily lost during preliminary processing like cut or bruised surface of food materials and also takes part in chemical degradation such as non-enzymatic browning. It is rapidly destroyed by heat when in certain pH range and by oxidation. The ascorbic acid destruction rate increases with water activity and temperature. The loss of ascorbic acid is significantly reduced during drying when compared to other thermal processing. The fat-soluble vitamins such as beta-carotene exhibits the highest stability at intermediate water activity. Notable loss of the fat-soluble vitamins in drying is probably due to interaction of peroxides of free radicals with the vitamins, where the peroxides and radicals are produced in oxidation of lipids. Hence, retention of vitamin A and E can be increased through minimizing lipid oxidation. The milder the heating process, the greater the retention of fat-soluble vitamins. Furthermore, the destruction rate of carotenoids can be reduced when increasing the moisture content. Similar trends occurs to lipid oxidation too. The shrinkage and volume change are the most important changes during drying. The shrinkage of foodstuff during drying is unavoidable because heating and removal of water from the food matrix may cause stresses in the cellular structure, hence leading to structural collapse. Change in volume, shape deformation and capillary contraction occurs. Ideally, it can be considered that shrinkage of material is equal to the volume of the removed water. Therefore, a parametric relationship can be obtained that relates the volume shrinkage to the moisture content of the food material. Principally, shrinkage of food materials increases with the amount of water being removed, since the more the water is removed, the more concentration stresses are exerted on the material. In general, shrinkage increases with decreasing moisture content, but shrinkage characteristics vary among drying products and drying methods. This is probably due to the unique biopolymer structure of individual agricultural product and the combined effect of process conditions that determines the type and extent of shrinkage. The last one is inhibit microbial growth. In drying process, as the temperature increases, the moisture is slowly removed from food materials. The available water, that is the free water in food, is removed first, hence the water activity is gradually reduced, which prevents the growth of microorganisms in dried foods. Effect of different drying factors on drying process. In general, the quality of food materials is reduced due to higher drying temperature. Since the quality parameters depends on time and temperature of drying process. Time and temperature which enhances the reaction rate of food materials. Better quality dried products could be achieved based on proper selection of dryers. The drying processes depend on many factors, namely air temperature, airflow rate, relative humidity, exposure time, nature of food materials, initial moisture content of food, size of the food materials. Among all these factors, the following are the most important for drying process. The first thing is air temperature, second one is airflow rate, third one is relative humidity, finally the exposure time. Let us see about air temperature. Air is a medium that transfers the heat to the product, and the air temperature influences the product temperature during drying process. Since the food material consists many heat sensitive components, air temperature is considered to be an important factor. Destruction of enzymes and vitamins is an undesirable loss at high air temperature. When food materials are in dry state, enzymes are more resilient. Water soluble vitamins are more susceptible to high temperature. Destruction of most of the enzyme and vitamin takes place when temperature ranges between 50 and 70 degrees Celsius. During the first phase of drying process, the air temperature is relatively high, so that the moisture present in food materials evaporates quickly. Initially, the outer surface of the food is dried, then the heat is transferred towards the center of the food materials. The next important parameter is air velocity. Air velocity progresses the air movement with required flow rate. In the bed drying like fluidized bed dryers, sprouted bed dryers, the airflow rate is considerably important. It is generally assumed that the internal resistance to moisture movement of agricultural materials is so high when compared to the surface mass transfer resistance. The next parameter is air humidity. When the humidity of the air increases, the rate of drying decreases significantly. Lower humidity and higher the temperature makes higher drying rate. When comparing to the humidity, temperature changes the effect of humidity lesser in drying process. The last parameter is air exposure time. Drying time increases for high moisture foods. In case of intermittent drying, the drying rate of grains depends on its exposure time to the drying air in each pass. Total drying time, which is the sum of all exposure time, is depend upon the exposure time. The total drying time reduces as exposure time decreases. Now we will see about classification of dryers. Though numerous dryers are available in food industries, based on the following processing criteria, the dryers are classified, and the table 1 shows the classification of dryer with few examples. The first we see about the parameter as mode of operation. Two modes of drying process are batch and continuous type, in which continuous type of dryers are commercially in practice. The first we see about the parameter as mode of operation. Two modes of drying process are batch and continuous type, in which continuous type of dryers are commercially in practice. The second one is mode of heat transfer. The mode of heat input plays a major role in drying process. Basic modes of heat transfer are conduction, convection and radiation. Also, recently electromagnetic field and combination of heat transfer modes are practiced. The third one is state of material in dryer. The state of food material is an important criteria for selection of dryer to obtain better quality products. In general, food materials are existing in solid or liquid or in viscous state. During drying process, food materials may be stationary, moving, agitated or dispersed form. Hence, based on the state, dryer should be selected. The fourth parameter is operating pressure. Most of the conventional dryers are operated in atmospheric pressure. In novel dryers, reduced pressure contributes good quality products, especially heat sensitive materials. Recently, vacuum dryers are in practice for high quality food materials. The fifth one is drying medium. Air, superheated steam and flue gases are used as medium for drying food materials. Convection type of heat transfer takes place in the above said medium. The sixth one is drying temperature. The drying temperature is an important factor for drying process. Depending on the application of heat to the product, the drying temperature is categorized as below boiling point, above boiling point and below freezing point. The seventh one is residential time. The drying time is an important parameter to obtain better quality food products. In general, residential time for drying is classified into three categories such as short, that is less than 1 minute, medium, this is 1 to 60 minutes, and longer, it is more than 60 minutes. The eighth one is the number of stages. The drying process takes place with single stage or multi-stage process. The ninth one is the movement of drying medium and food materials. Movement of air and drying medium plays a vital role in drying process. Based on the relative motion between drying medium and drying solids, it is categorized as co-current, counter-current and mixed current movements. The last one is process stage. Depending on the stage of drying process, is classified as single or multiple stages. Single stage process is widely applicable method. Coming to the selection of dryers, the selection of dryers for different food material is not an easy task. Initial and final moisture content of food material, physical form of feed such as granular, particulate, sludge, liquid, sticky, solution, etc. Pre and post drying operations, particle size, density and rehydration properties of particulate feed products, heat sensitivity of the food materials, chemical, biochemical and biological activity of food materials are considered to be important parameter in selection of dryers. Coming to the challenges in selection of dryers for food materials. The nature and state of food material. Food products should not produce harmful component while exposing to drying temperature. Food qualities like flavor, color, texture, taste are important parameter that should be properly maintained. Functionality of dried foods, maintenance of nutritional qualities, bioactivity and reduction in anti-nutritional factors are important considerations. Retention of shape and structure of food, rehydration properties plays a vital role in consumer point of view. Solubility and dispersibility of dried food powders. Selection of suitable dryer based on the end product. Finally, the environmental regulations. The food materials are heterogeneous nature and the wide-ranging consistency of food materials are classified as liquid foods, semi-solid foods, slurry materials, paste, fine powders, coarse and particulate foods. Depending upon the natural consistency of food materials, extensive drying equipment is engaged in the food industry. All food materials could not dry in similar type of dryers. The selection of best dryer to get quality product is a challenging task. Selection of dryers based on nature of foods. Depending on the consistency, food materials exist in different forms like solid, liquid, fluid, slurry, etc. Based on the nature of food materials, the selection of dryer is a difficult task to maintain good quality product. The first one is the liquid foods. In recent years, the necessity to produce convenient food products lead to a significant development in design of dryers. In that series, spray drying technology created tremendous challenges and revolution in food and pharmaceutical industries. Liquid food materials are highly suitable for spray dryers, where the liquid food from feed tank is pumped into the nozzle and sprayed as a tiny droplets inside the drying chamber. Due to the air temperature inside the drying chamber, the droplets are converted to powder particles. The liquid and semi-liquid food materials such as baby foods, ice cream mix, skim milk, whole milk, whey protein, egg white powder, yolk powder, whole egg powder, fruit and vegetable soup mix, juice powders, coffee, yeast, etc. are produced using spray drying technology. Spray drying is applicable to high value products and production cost is high. As alternate choice, format drying technology is used for high fiber and more viscous powder production. The second category is high viscous or slurry food materials. High viscous materials such as sugar beet pulp, fruit pulp, paste, slurries, etc. required a special type of dryer for processing and preservation, for which drum dryer and rotary dryers are commercially applicable. Drum dryer has direct contact with the food materials. The food slurry sticks on the surface of the hot drum during rotation and dry the materials. Baby foods, cereal flakes, meat chunks, fruit pulp, etc. are produced using drum dryers. Rotary dryers are applicable for particulate solid foods, pasta, pomace, starch, etc. The last category is particulate and solid foods. Many commercial dryers available for solid food materials such as cereal grains, pulses, lentils, fruits and vegetables, meat products, etc. Drying of solid foods primarily depends upon the end product and its purpose. Sun, solar dryer, tray dryer, tunnel dryer, thin layer dryer, vacuum dryer, fluidized bed dryer, rotary dryer are commercially used in food industries. Heat sensitive and high quality foods. The vacuum and freeze dryer are commonly applicable for heat sensitive materials like vitamin C and volatile substances and rich flavoring food materials. In vacuum drying, due to low pressure, the influence of temperature on food material is reduced and the quality of food material is retained as much as possible. The capital cost, the processing cost and maintenance are the difficult task in vacuum drying. High quality materials like instant food, whole and cut fruits and vegetables, meats, egg and egg products, food flavorings are dried using freeze dryers. For freeze drying of foods, freezing is the preliminary process where the moisture present in the food materials are converted into ice crystals. During secondary drying, the ice crystals are sublimated to vapor. Freeze-dried food materials can be preserved up to 1 year without refrigeration and tend to retain size and shape of the material, nutritional value and taste. These foods can be easily rehydrated for further usage. And coming to the summary, dehydration of food materials attains reduced water activity, better reconstitution properties of powder food materials, ease of transportation and storage. Also, novel type of dryers are required to overcome significant losses in vitamin, color and volatile matter. Drying parameters such as air temperature, air flow rate, humidity and the exposure time are that is the influencing parameter in drying process. The drying parameters such as mode of operation, mode of heat transfer, drying temperature, etc. are important in classification of dryers. Dryers are selected based on the state of foods such as liquid foods, high viscous foods, particulates or solid foods and heat sensitivity and high quality foods. Students, hope you all have a brief knowledge in selection and classification of dryers. In the next lesson onwards, we will be discussing about the different types of dryers such as sun, solar dryer and all other novel dryers.